Hey, everybody. Who's in here? Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Well, let me start off. Number one, saying RIP to Zack Stoner, aka Zack TV1. Sad occasion that I'm coming here talking about the death of this brother and talking about the death of this brother concerning what we do here on YouTube or what some people do on YouTube because YouTube is filled with communities, family. It's not just, all of us bloggers or all of us YouTubers. No, there's several different communities involved in even the sub communities, like the conscious community, you know. But it's real sad, man, that we have all of this shit going on with an explosion of knowledge. Hey, brother Showtime, peace to you, family. Buddy be speaking the truth, indeed. All right, freedom. Zack TV, straight up, man. But it's sad that in a day that we live like today, living like today. Hey, Sister Joyce, how you doing? Peace, sister. Good to see you here. It's really sad, man, today that when we got so much information and so much potential and so much, you know, yeah, it's RIP Zach, man. Got so much potential and so much information. And so many brothers and sisters claim to be teachers and whatnot. And it's sad that there's not enough black men to affect the communities, man. That's really terrible. Not enough black men to affect the community's youth. And when you got even the older black men as foolish as the brother that I hashtagged along at the end of this conversation, it just compounds the worst feeling about your own communities and about your own people. Like we're saying, RIP to Zach and the brother's memory and his legacy. Brother would have been a great man, man. He was a great man, but he would have been greater. Now tell me this, y'all. A few months ago in the community, we was talking about this word, savage. Savage. And we had so many black people, so many of our brothers and sisters saying, no, don't call black people savages. We're not savage. But when you look around, I did a video about 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about what's happening to Max Bird. Salute ZACKTV1, indeed. I had the video a few months ago, and I was talking about even gang banging, family. And I was asking the young brothers, I was saying to them, whoever wins in gang banging, who has ever won? What's the score today? Showtime. That's the real deal Holyfield about gang banging. Nobody ever won. We all lose, fam. Indeed, Showtime. Nobody ever won from gang banging. Indeed, Sister Joyce. They're acting just like the word savage. There were so many brothers and sisters that said, you know, any black man that would call his own people a savage is a coon. But family, if you can't see the fact that our people, our young people now, mostly, really, some of the older brothers are involved in this foolishness, but this is really mostly our young people that's getting destroyed through drug abuse, walking zombies, full of Percocet and Molly and Xanax and any and everything. Some of these brothers out here taking Seroquel. Seroquel is a drug they give people to have seizures and shit. And our young men are being eaten alive through this, epidemic of pills and all of this shit. So many rappers ODing. The little white guy, whatever his name was, Lil Pump or something like that. died from an overdose that people warned him about. And we steady warning all of these young brothers. And I'm telling them, yeah, y'all drinking syrup. Syrup is not new. Indeed, Kiki. Glad to see you here. Syrup is not new. And even in my generation, when I was growing up, man, we looked at DJ Screw dying from massive congestive heart failure, I believe it is. Drinking that damn shit, man, just stopped his heart, family. And I'm trying to see, how is it that after 20 years, over 20 years since DJ Screw, we still got that epidemic going on. And it's not only that epidemic of drinking syrup, codeine with promethazine, we have compounded a pill popping epidemic. And compounded upon that is this gun flooding in our neighborhoods, or the black neighborhoods, or, coined urban communities. All of those things compounded is what's affecting the mind of the youth. Think about it. When you were 17, when you were 16, some 13 and 12 and that age range, there was a young lady in Chicago. They're calling her a serial killer. I don't know if it's true or not, but the young lady obviously was in that environment being a murderer. You dig it? And this is becoming the norm in the black community. It's becoming a norm in the hip hop community, damn sure. And then compounded upon all of that is the sexual perversion. So you got the syrup drinking, the pill popping, the gang banging, the gun flooding. What next? This is the pill popping world. Been saying that, indeed. And that's purposely done to not just our people, but the entire earth. That attack and the epidemic is not just affecting black people, it's affecting all people, rich and poor alike. So Showtime says they lost when you don't fear God. It's over. And that's the truth when you're dealing with sorcery or pharmakia. That's drug use. That's in the Bible. And it says that those people not only won't inherit the kingdom of God, but they shall have their part in the lake of fire, it says. Now, if you're a Bible believer, and most of these hip-hop cats are, most of these hip-hop cats are some type of Christian gone bad. And most of these gangsters in the community that after you get killed, they got to drag your ass up in the church, dog. Most of y'all believe in that Bible. So you can't sit here and tell me that, nah, that ain't, I don't want to hear about that. No, my niggas, this is the truth. This is the truth. A generation filled with people on the way to the grave and got their foot pedal to the metal. And nobody's talking about it. We choose to talk about shit that aggrandizes each other. Everybody's worried about making money, but ain't nobody worried about if our genetic lasts another 2 or 3 generations. Why? Just self-destruction. Y'all remember that song? Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Man, that was prophecy. And it's sad that our communities haven't changed even since then, family. We got the same epidemic. It just changes states. Changes states. In the early 80s, it was California. In the 90s, it was Detroit and Louisiana and Florida and Georgia. Now in the 2000s, it's St. Louis, it's Detroit, it's Chicago, it's Ohio, it's Texas. The same epidemic spreading state by state. changing as the people change and as the generation grows and demotes itself in its social values. Why do we have communities that won't speak to these issues? Brothers in the community that's scared to talk about the gangs. I heard a brother this morning, the Negro that's on the hashtag, talking about, and Max Bird, watch this, fam. They're worse now. The dude that I hashtagged on the end of this title, he's up talking about this morning how he refuses to talk about the politics in Chicago. Why? Because that's actually one of the places where he goes. But you choose to get on the internet every day and talk about a brother over damn near 2,000 miles away from you that's a victim of Africa Bambaataa, a victim of the scourge of this generation, hip hop. You dig? You choose to look over all of the death in Chicago. I think Brother Mike, Mikael Ben Israel, shout out to you, brother. I believe he pointed out the other day in his video, what, 85? Is it 65 or 85 people shot in 6 days in Chicago and murdered? The number of people shot is more, but the number of people murdered. And Israel Doctrine, I'm going to say your whole goddamn name, G, because you're such a shame. You live right next to Chicago, and you will not document anything. You will not preach a sermon about anybody that's in Chicago. You won't go to the corners in Chicago and teach them brothers, listen, man, nobody ever wins. What's the score count, G? BD versus GD. What's the score count? Do anybody even remember? So you in all of the madness and you won't speak to it, but you'd rather get up as an old Negro, as a plus 40 Negro, part of my group age range, and you choose to talk about shit that goes on outside your own community. But why not make a difference in your own community, man? Peace, backpack. Indeed, Sister Joyce, that's real fact 100. Somebody need to be talking about what's going on in Chicago. And it don't need to be Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't the reason for the madness, and he won't be this. You know who's the reason and who will be the fucking cure for Chicago? And not only Chicago, but for New Orleans, for Miami, for Atlanta, for LA, for Houston. You know who will bring the solution, family? The same people that's bringing the motherfucking problem. The same people that's out here pulling the triggers on brothers like Zack. Those people are the only people that can bring the solution. And what happens when we got a community full of older brothers that won't even tell the young men, you hold the answer? Y'all hate where you live and it's so violent, but why do you continue to perpetuate this? Why ain't nobody teaching, all right, man, learn to let it go and learn to move on with your life? Because if you don't move on with your life, even though somebody takes somebody that's dear to you, if you don't move on with your life and submerge yourself in hate, you will be the next casualty. Therefore, you bypass your actual life's potential. I said, what's the score, BD and GD? What's the score, Blood versus Crip? What's the score, family? After millions and millions of black men and even women killed through so-called coined urban violence, what is the motherfucking score? When we have robbers in the community, money is the root. Indeed. Money is the root of all evil. So says even the Bible. But not money itself, the love of it, the lust of it. Money is a good thing. You can't live without money. Not in this world that we live in today, post Alexander. Money's not the problem itself. The love of money, which makes the problem, again, intrinsic and analogous to the people that have the problem and the answer. Yeah, money has to do with the problem. It's the biggest part of the equation. The love of money. Young men and women that are so impressionable, they could see a homeless nigga on TV flashing a couple racks, and whatever you say, they'll try to follow you and make you the business model. But don't know that even people with money got problems. What you say, stupid ass Puffy? More money, more problems. And if you ever had a nickel, you know that's the truth. And so what is it about money? It's desperation. It's young black men and women not only starved in their stomach, but starved for knowledge, starved for love, starved for mentorship, and starved for intellect. Because I'm telling you, those genius killers, that pill, them pills y'all taking, that shit is drying your actual ability to want to do something. It's drying it up. Kanye said it. What they call them pills? Genius killers. Shit that desensitize you even when you're off it. Farbuster says maybe he stole like Lex did, robbing each other. Another point in our community that proves the savage term is right for this day. I grew up in Louisiana, man. I heard over and over and over what Kevin Gates said, and he's a person that's really familiar with New Orleans and Louisiana. Gates said we lay up under each other's cars and wait for each other to come home. You laying up under a hot ass car with oil on the ground and shit to kill your brother. And then when he get there, you kill him and you may stand over him and shoot him till body parts fall off with a war weapon. But what happens when it becomes your family? Or what happens when it becomes you? The brother's robbery. Again, the love of money. The love of money and the nation given over to sorcery. And I said that word sorcery in its Greek conveyance is akin to pharmakia. That's your pharmacy. The drugs, the fucking pills. That's syrup. The guns. And it's gotten so bad, really, we can't even blame the white people, family. You can't blame the white man. That's why Kanye said the shit is a choice. What white man pushed you in the back to go buy syrup? What white man forced your hand to spend your whole check on codeine with promethazine, family? Tell me that. What was the white man's name that put you in a headlock and made you go buy codeine with promethazine? Can you tell me his name? Your phone is ringing. It's not it. So tell me, whose fault is it? Yeah. Kanye said it's a choice, man. He says slavery was and is a choice. And if y'all can't see even modern fucking slavery on you is a choice, then you're dead already. I said ain't no white person ever pushed you into a ghetto hood pharmacy to make you buy syrup. When you out there searching out drug dealers to buy Percocet and Molly for, and some of y'all niggas that buy anything, taking rat poison and shit, just to try to get high. Who made you do that? Who made the white boy, Lil Pump, I think his name is, kill his fucking self? Who made him do that? Was it the white man? I don't care if the white man flies over the United States with B-57s or B-2 bombers, I think, and B-57, the old one with the cargo door. The white man could fly over this country and drop guns out and drugs out and disease out by the million. Just throw down a crate of AIDS. If you could do that, you don't have to go fucking open it. When the crate hits the ground, your motherfucking ass still gotta open it. Look at some of the testimonies of the brothers in Chicago that says, even the government tries to assist you with killing yourself. And that is true. The brothers said they have railroad tracks that run through some of these so-called urban areas. And at nighttime, the tracks would be loaded up with cars left in sections of the city where they know is gangbanging. Even in alleys, somebody leave a crate of guns. Who told you to get the fucking crate? Who told you to pop the lock on the railroad car? Jump your ass in there, take the guns, and don't go sell them in a white community. But you sell them to your own buddies, and then y'all start shooting at each other. Who forced you to do that? And who forced Israel Doctrine to look over the fact that in Arkansas there's missing people, that in Chicago there's a whole epidemic of violence, and this nigga get his punk ass up every day to talk about a victim of a rape, to talk about a victim that's been done bad by Africa Bambaata's bitch ass. Excuse me. Sean Smalls, what's happening, family? Peace to you, my brother. No, it's not all the setup. I don't agree with that. And I can't agree with that. Why? Because I'm very educated and enlightened. See, it could be a setup when it happens to you the first time. You hear what I'm saying to you, Sister Kiki? Indeed, yes, they give you the motherfucking guns. But listen to what I said. After damn near 100 years of urban violence in America, how many times can a person fool you? If they dumping guns off in your community in train cars and railroads, and brothers that pop up in your community and now the community love them to death, like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Nobody knows shit about the boy, but y'all willing to kill over him. Listen, if people are giving you that over and over, death, and then you see the end product, damn, man, all the people I grew up with dead or in jail. Every one of our generations and age groups say that. After the second time, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me two, goddamn, shame on you. But after the third time, after the third decade, if we keep on going to the places that gave us the poison and we take it and we become the transit, the mule for the death, we can't blame that on nobody but us. There were no white people that killed Zack. No. The brother that abused our brother Hassan as a child, took advantage of his mind. He wasn't white. The people that killed Zack, they wasn't white. Excuse me, did I say black? The people that killed Zack wasn't white. The people that did what they did to brothers like Hassan Campbell. Africa Bambaata's bitch ass ain't white. Huh? Who killed Malcolm? Of course, the government facilitated it. But who actually did it? Who killed Kanika Jenkins? Most of y'all niggas on the internet killed her legacy. Most of y'all motherfuckers on the internet starved for money, love money that much. You killed her legacy. You're the reason why nobody found out really what happened to her. You motherfuckers on the internet that would take somebody's daughter And instead of just saying rest in peace to you, sister, and speak about the situation that the community needs to change itself, these niggas try to make the sister death merchandise. Well, let's talk about it some more. Sister said, now that was a setup. Could have been. But do you think white people set her up? Huh? The room that night, even our brother Zack was around. He was there that night. It wasn't nothing but black people around Kanika. I didn't see not one goddamn honky partying with that group of black people. We killed Kanika, black people. And no matter if the white man facilitated it, set it up, or financed it, niggas' hands killed that child. And niggas destroyed her legacy. Niggas chose to do that because of love of money and apathy. She said, hell no, her friends did it with money. Her friends are black, sister. That's what I'm saying to you. And them friends ain't that smart. Them dumb motherfuckers, excuse me. Them people stupid. All of them. And I'm not dumb enough to think that they was in it alone. But the truth is, the point, savagery. Yeah, that motherfucker stupid, Kiki. Dumber than a motherfucker. But the point is, who did it? Who disrespected that sister? Killed her and killed her legacy. Piece of shit ass niggas on the internet that chose the love of money versus respecting a young black woman. How many of y'all would have loved to see 30,000 fucking videos about your child and you don't know who the fuck killed her? Some of them bitch niggas deserved the death that sister went through. Some of these whole ass niggas in the community deserve what happened to Zack. And watch Israel Doctrine take that and run on. Oh, they trying to kill me. But nigga, you need to wake up. Who in the fuck would want to kill a dirtbag like you anyway? But truth be told, my nigga, you are doing that. You doing the shit that will get you killed. I just told you, why the fuck are you talking about a victim in the black community every day? You talk about him like a dog, bitch. Excuse me, y'all. But you won't work in your own community, bruh. You don't got no business talking about that man's life like that. But see, when shit happened to people, and you always see it on the news, we've been seeing that forever, family. Oh, family of 5 murdered. Everybody in the house shot at execution style. Even the little babies. And then the fucking house get burnt up. No evidence and shit. Why y'all think that kind of shit happened? There ain't that many serial killers to that degree that like to kill like that in the black community just for nothing. Even if it's over foolishness, there's a reason. Bro, how the fuck can you get up and you dog out a victim of rape and pedophilia, motherfucker? A righteous brother. A brother that's trying. Y'all fuck with that man so much till you make him say shit that he would never say in any other way. You're trying to drive a victim crazy, but you won't speak about the gang violence in Chicago. Why? Because you're a motherfucking coward. You scared of that knock. I said you scared of that knock. But see, when I talk about gangs, my nigga, I'm in California. I ain't hiding. When I tell the brothers that you don't fucking win from killing each other, I don't hide. I'm here in California. But Israel said he gonna stay out of the politics in Chicago because he be there. What a fucking coward, nigga. You won't tell these young black men and women you're fighting yourself and you're losing both sides. Both of you. The score is still 0-0. After 50, 60 years. You a motherfucking coward. And any nigga like Israel, your love for money that turns you into a cog in the system, in the black community. You just stopping up the flow. But you won't speak about what happened to Zack. You gonna put your fucking name in the conversation with him as if you are worth anything. Zack had a lot of worth. Zack was a great person, man. And he helped all of them cats in Chicago. Shit that you won't do, nigga. How do you get up in the morning with Poppy's dick in your mouth? Poppy stay over 2,000 miles away from you. And so do I. And so do Polite. And so do Sonetta. You worrying about us, but 65 to 80 people killed in the last 6 days right in your backyard, my nigga. Mubu, Crump, killed. Zack, look at Zack. Why you tag your fucking bullshit onto that? You think Zack ever would aggress and attack a victim of Africa Bambaataa? Nigga, you don't even deserve to breathe your name next to Zack. And this is the shit that I'm telling you compounds in the black community, and it makes us apathetic. What does apathetic mean, ladies and gentlemen? A deer in the headlights. You know you're supposed to run, but you're stuck and you won't do nothing about your situation. That's what apathy is. And apathy is killing our people. Old niggas like Israel and niggas all over this motherfucking country, they got these YouTube platforms that don't want to speak to the Bloods and Crips like I do. Don't want to tell the scammers, get your bitch ass up and get on before we drag you down the street and it expose you and you be worth nothing, even when you get old. Where the community at telling the young women, stop letting these bitch ass niggas jump up and down on you? Huh? Jump up and down in you? Jump up and down in you and on you. And most of them don't care about themselves because I'm telling you, I grew up through that epidemic of syrup. Codeine with promethazine. If anybody my age tell you that that shit is to be fucked with, the motherfuckers don't care about you. Shout out and rest in peace to DJ Screw. I said that shit is no good and it's gonna kill a lot of y'all. And a lot of y'all have started fucking up your genetics to the point where you might as well go and keep drinking the shit. You might as well drink turpentine, drink rubbing alcohol, because your insides of that gone. How about the Molly and the Percocet? I'm telling you, family. How many goddamn rap songs we gonna let our kids keep on jamming to, and these bitch niggas talking about Percocet, Molly, fuck, stupid ass nigga, poison. How about that? Shout out to Belle Biv DeVoe. They not I want to use it this way. That girl is poison, they said, but I'm telling y'all that shit that you keep fucking with is poison. And your rappers and these old niggas won't tell the young niggas shit. Won't tell them, bruh, don't keep popping Percocet for a decade. You're gonna kill yourself. Won't tell them shit. But to get up and just jump down head first on Hassan Campbell's dick. You got Poppy dick on your jaw. I mean, just tattooed like Gucci Man got that ice cream cone on his fucking face like a fool. Well, the old Gucci Man, I think. But what we gonna do about our community, black people? What we gonna do about the youth? Saturday, I'm gonna be going dealing with the youth that I work with in the community that I live in. We doing music, encouraging the young people to stay out the motherfucking street shooting at each other, young or old. And I told you, 11 years old ain't nothing nowadays for a youngster to be a BG and be out here killing. Man, if you don't do something in your motherfucking community, including get some kind of goddamn job for yourself and tell the young people, hey man, change if you want to be an adult one day. Death is real. I'm a musician. Family, listen to me. I am a musician and I've literally played for probably in upwards of 3,000 funerals in my lifetime. In over 20 years, I would venture to say over probably 3,000. Shit, I did about at least 100 in Hurricane Katrina. I lived down there. I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you, death is real, young people. Y'all go to the funeral at the church and you think it's just a part of the hype. Well, my nigga, you ever seen the coroner's office? You ever seen the cold room at the funeral home? I have. And it's a fucking sight to behold. And what's death that you would lobby for it, that you would campaign for it in your communities? It breaks my motherfucking heart when I look at all of them videos about drill music in Chicago. And the brothers that end up getting killed be the very people on there talking about, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. My Glock, my 30 round, my drum, all of this shit. And then it ends up being you. When you old niggas gonna open your mouth and say to the young people, hey man, I ain't scared of you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. See, that's what it is. You old bitch ass niggas are scared of these kids. You scared of them. You're fucking scared, nigga. Now you're not only scared of the older brothers that came up with us, you scared of these babies. Because if you wasn't scared of them, you'd be telling them the shit I'm telling them. Nigga, the score is 0-0 after 50 years of Bloods and Crips. The score is 0-0 after damn near the same amount of time of BDs and GDs. None of you motherfuckers done won. And in fact, you lost over and over. And I said, you can't blame the white man. The first 10 years, yeah, maybe. But when it happened to you for 4 to 5 motherfucking decades, how is that somebody else's fault, y'all? How is that not a choice that we made? How is it not a choice that Israel get up in the morning, won't wash his ass and face, but he will plunge head first on top of Poppy's dick? Huh? Apathy, apathy, apathy. I said kills nations, have demoted kings to paupers, destroyed kingdoms. Apathy. All of you old Negroes know what to fucking do. And even the youth know what to do. Youth, listen to me one more time. I'm going to say it again. You need some water. Youth, let me tell you again. In over 50 motherfucking years of these niggas you call OGs, nobody has won out of the Bloods and the Crips and out of the BDs and the GD, BDs, GDs, and VL. All of them. 0. Am I right, Brother Mikhail Ben Israel? Nobody fucking won. And y'all old niggas scared to go to these young men to tell them that. To tell them you can't be rich if you're dead. There ain't no rich dead people. You don't get to take none of this shit with you. And I'm telling you, death is real. I done played for people's funerals with caskets that were about maybe a little bit over 2 feet. Babies. I done played for funerals where the daddy, the father, Killed himself, the woman, and the children. 5 motherfucking people at a funeral. I played for that shit. I seen the old die. I seen the old die to each other. I seen the old die naturally. And I definitely seen a lot of you Negroes that are in the middle, full of potential. Throw it away for a lifestyle that don't give a fuck about you. For a hood that don't give a fuck about you. They used to just, watch this, family. They used to just tag people's name out here in California and stuff. That's what they do. Tag your name, RIP such and such, on the wall. Is that what you live for, my niggas? Is that the mark you make in the world? Is that the mark you want to leave? That's just your name spray painted on a motherfucking wall in a poverty-stricken neighborhood where nobody's going to remember you, not even the people that read that shit every day. Huh? The poor brother Tookie Williams, shout out to him and rest in peace to his memory and his legacy. Y'all check some of his books and stuff out. But that brother did all the way he did as a mainstay staple in the Crip culture. You don't even hear these motherfuckers mentioning Took. So disrespectful. Even if you're in that lifestyle, you done forgot people that came before you. And that's more the reason why I'm telling you, none of y'all motherfuckers are winning in the games, in the streets, in the club, in the dope house. You're not fucking winning. You go to the club and pick some strange woman up that's a victim of this goddamn social engineering and full of herpes and this and shit. You didn't mission accomplished. Got you a thought for the night, and you got some luggage too. And all of these young men not thinking straight on that fucking Molly Percocet. You think they worried about wearing a condom? You think after you get hocked up off of cocaine, Molly, and Percocet, you think you worried about STDs? Look at how some of these young people look, family. Some of these young people are full of disease, not only death that they take in through the drugs, but look at them. All of the niggas is rapping. Fucking look at them. They look like they've been sentenced to death. I'm sorry, Bosco, but look at Bosco one. Bosco live out here in California, and I'm telling Bosco, you too motherfucking old, nigga, to be out here talking about blood. Shut the fuck up. Because you're part of the problem. You're part of the motherfucking problem, Bosco. You could be a motherfucking big help in the community. A big help to your community. And it's another Negro, I forgot his name. Look like death, walking death, man. And these Negroes out here, is it hell real? Is that hell real? Yeah. Looking like death, man. Shit. There's a reason why all of the Israelites, with the exception of Israel doctrine, have some semblance of, light and glow coming out of them. The Bible says holiness beautifies the meat. Well, what does fucking sin do? What do gangbanging do, family? It put them motherfucking bags under your eyes. Because that's real beef. You have to sleep with your shoes on and shit. Make you old quick. Bosco, why won't you tell the young men to stop it? When we seen you get your ass beat on camera and them niggas jumped you and shit, why didn't you take that opportunity to say, you know what, family, these motherfuckers are savages. Look how they did me. And teach against that. I can't stand the fact that this nigga here this morning got up and tagged his name next to Zack TV. Nigga, you were not like Zack Stoner. Yeah, he said he wasn't a man of God. He said it over and over. And still, it got dummies that go over there and listen to him just ramble about what he don't know about the Bible and what he ain't even living. Stupid motherfuckers, man. That's how I know that the minds of most of our people is being deadened through, like I said, their diet. Niggas eat at the dollar store and shit. And then, you know, motherfuckers taking these drugs like crazy. And I'd rather drink an Arizona than drink water. Well, I'd rather drink some shit you don't even know what's in it. Sodas of all kind than drink water. And my lady don't like drinking water, so let me shut up before she get crunk in this motherfucker. Cause I'll be talking shit about that all the time. But family, when the fuck are we gonna take an initiative for ourselves to say, yo, man, we got the fucking answer and we've been had it all of these decades. 5 times, 5 decades, we dropped the ball. Now ain't nobody even trying to pick the ball up. Niggas just let the ball sit there. Niggas walk by and kick it further into the end zone. These old Negroes dropped the ball 5 times, 5 decades. Shout out to T. Rogers, man. T. Rogers don't even want to really speak about this gang shit no more. T. Rogers said all of this shit ever brought him and anybody else was pain. And I believe T. Rogers was more of a pimp in the game than a banger. And even he's saying that. Shout out to brother Supernova Sloan. Supernova Sloan trying to tell the brothers, listen, shit, y'all talking about, y'all calling it being cut. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers wear blue and red, you know, and have friends that are Crip and Blood. But why separate yourself by something that never made you money? It only brought you death. Them rags, man, those are just rags. And when the Crips and Bloods were formed, the Crips and the Bloods didn't care what fucking color rag they wore. Because it was never about that. Never about the family. It started buffering real family. This thing is tripping, man. I think these haters getting on me, flagging my shit. I'm gonna leave this stream here alone, and we'll come back to this. Shit's crazy.